Keem takes a lot of pride in his blocking out there. If you watched him a year ago, he's a very selfless player, even when he wasn't getting the ball. I think he does. He has a lot of fun getting after DBs and being able to, spring one of his teammates loose, whether it's David, Deshante, Tariq, any of those guys that got the ball in his hands. He's fun to have around, has a lot of energy, and just loves to play the game. And that's what you really appreciate about him is it's not about him. It's about the team. It's about the game. It's about just going out there and doing something that you love. Brock's that kind of complete package at the quarterback position. You can line him up and run everything we do offensively with Zeb and Kyle and have the ability to spread the ball around over the field and take shots down the field and your quick game and all that. But he also brings some of the stuff a little bit that maybe Joel Lanning brought to the table a year ago or the last 2 years, where he's tough in there. He's a good runner. He's a good athlete. He's got good vision. Did a bunch of that for his high school team his last 2 years down there at Perry. So definitely something he's very comfortable with. So it does. It opens up some different options and maybe some things that you can add to what we're already doing offensively, when his time comes. Is it the combination of all those things? I think it's his quickness, it's his comfort back there, it's his vision back there, it's his footwork back there. I think he's got all those things that it takes to be able to be kind of a dynamic runner with the ball in his hands, whether it's a read, play or whether it's a quarterback run play. It's funny, you forget that Colin Newell's a redshirt freshman. I mean, he walks around, he's very mature. He's kind of got that veteran vibe to him, even though he's only played a handful of games. Very studious when it comes to studying film and knowing the plays and knowing, the whole communication of what's going on up front. And just like a lot of people, and it's always been that way for us, our center's got to be a great communicator. Our center's got to be a guy that has a great handle and got to be able to know the protections, know the run game, know the calls up front, because a lot of it all starts with him. So he's done a great job of handling that, very mature of how he handled week 1 to 2 and to where he's at now, and certainly a guy that I think is going to only continue to get better and week to week be a guy that's going to be a great foundation to what we're doing up front. We felt comfortable putting him in that situation, so I don't want to say we were shocked that he played that well, but I think we were all very impressed with how he handled that first opportunity. I know Coach Myers has done a great job of getting him ready. Even through the spring, we felt really good about him. We kind of messed around with him at center, at guard, at left guard. So he had some familiarity with all those positions, but, to be able to step up in the moment, first start, be able to go out there, play really well, is a testament to all the hard work he's done and what he's done to prepare himself, because, again, he went out there, played really well. He's a strong kid. He's an intelligent kid. So I think all those things really benefited him when that time came. Coach Campbell. The point of emphasis in terms of ball security is always the first thing we talk about every single week, before the game, after the game, throughout the week. I mean, we spend a lot of time on taking care of the football and trying to create takeaways on the defensive side of the ball. For us, it's one of those where you got a lot of new guys handling the football this year, and we're a couple games in, and some of those guys have gotten on the field and gotten touches, but still, the emphasis of making sure that football is our most prized possession. I mean, we got to take care of that thing. Tariq's, fumble, it happens before the contact even happens, and I think for him, it's got to be just squeezing the air out of the ball, getting that thing locked up, taking care of, that ball when we're out in space and when we got defenders and blockers out and around us. But no, it's definitely no different heading into this week. It's definitely a really good opponent that, again, you give them extra possessions, they're dangerous enough to make you pay for it. So for us, definitely got to make sure we're doing that, whether it's in the passing game, whether it's running the ball in our hands, out in space, got to take care of the ball.